All clear. I repeat, the compound is all clear.
No, that can't be all of it.
What's up, agents, and welcome back to another Division build video. Today we're going to take another look at the brand new Umbra gear set, but with a little twist that has just been released with Season 10. Check out my previous video where I did an assault rifle version. It was really nice, I was really impressed, and that is what kind of spurred me on to try it out with some more different weapons and some other different alternative ways of running it in the game. But just before we get started, be sure to hit that subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up, and hit the bell so you're notified when I upload more Division videos. Even better, come on over to Twitch and hit follow. I could be streaming live right now. And if you need a community Discord, there's never been a better time to join. You'll find the link for that down below in the description. Talking about the community Discord, just before I move on with the build, if you need help with the new legendary missions or even going back to older stuff like raids, jump in there. We do that 5 times a week, helping people out with stuff. So if you need help with something like that, and that's going to be covering PC and Xbox. Alright, so I've chatted on enough. Let's get on with the build. So when I previously did builds, I was always a massive fan of the Backfire. Now, if you guys know the Backfire, you know that actually, although it can do a lot of damage, it comes with a little quirk that basically on reload, it applies a 10-second bleed to yourself, which deals 0.5% armor damage. And this can be really, really annoying. It makes you sway all over the place, the screen goes blurry, you can't aim. It really, really, you know, it's the trade-off basically of being able to get so much damage. And as you can see here, dealing damage to enemies adds a stack of 1% critical hit damage up to 200 stacks. And that lasts for 10 seconds. That's insane. 200% critical hit damage you can get from this gun. On top of what I've already got here at 76, it makes it, you know, 276 at top end. Absolutely crazy. So, I wanted to give it a go and at least give it a chance. And I was very surprised at the results. There's some gameplay at the end that you can see. I actually come up against rogue agents and it didn't go as swimmingly as I was hoping. But I've left it in the video because fair's fair. That's what happened. It's real life gameplay. I did manage to kill them. I didn't wipe. I didn't die. So the build's very capable of doing it. But it absolutely breezes through heroics. You come up against chungers. Because obviously it's a lot of crit damage. You just crit the weak points, the backpacks or whatever, and they blow up so quickly. It just breezes through, and it's just nice to use something that's so fast. The gun fires at an absolute insane rate. Now, the reason we've gone firewall, as I've just pulled up here, is this is really, really useful. So obviously because we're playing up close and personal, I mean, I'm not running any blues. This is like, I'm just going heroic all red. I don't feel like I need any blues in here. If you want to roll a blue in there, feel free. But, you know, PvE, I don't really see the need why to roll a blue in there at all, not when we're so powerful. And this is without any expertise levels in any of these guns as well. So, if you put expertise levels in them, you're going to be even more powerful and really kind of negate the need for any blues whatsoever. So this is really nice. So if it gets a bit hectic, and you'll see when I'm fighting the hunters, the rogue agents, sorry, this kicks in. It actually saves my life. It's really, really, really nice. And then allies that deal 10% more damage to enemies that are within 10 meters of you. So if you're playing this in a group as well, really, really nice. Some bonus armor, which plays into the build as well, which is really, really nice. Obviously, make sure you're spec'ing to SMG damage. We need that. We're going to use the striker shield because why not? Get the extra damage from that as well. The burn duration doesn't really matter, but it's an extra 20%. We're going to take 30% health on kill just in case. But we get the really, really good armor kit. This is the best armor kit in the game. Our armor kit recovers 200% armor and 200% health over 10 seconds. So we're taking that as well. So overall, firewall, just this kind of build I think is the best spec to run. By all means though, you could run gunner. Gunner has some armor on kill. It also has some extra speedy bullets. You'll get some extra RPM for killing things as well. So by all means, you could run that as an alternative. But this is what I put together. So as you can see here, we've got the firewall shield, revive hive, because it's just a necessity if you're playing by yourself, or really if you're playing in a team. especially if you're playing up close and personal. It just gives you the extra life that you need. So we'll quickly look at the Backfire one more time. So you can see it comes with SMG damage, critical hit chance, and magazine size. Backup for me, always going to be the Dark Winter. I absolutely love this gun. It's one of my favourites. I'm probably going to do a build for this one alone, because killing an enemy with critical hit grants 50% critical hit damage for 10 seconds. Absolutely beautiful. So it deserves its own build. It will get one at some point. Offhand, you can run whatever you want. Unfortunately, we can't run the Busy Little Bee, the new star of the show. It would be really nice to run that, but we can't run 2 exotics. And that would be really nice if that could change. Not necessarily 2 primaries, but it would be nice to be able to run an offhand exotic with the primary exotic. But balancing, who knows where that would take us. Before we look at the Umbra, we'll look at the 2 yellow pieces. So we're going with the Sokolov here because we get 10% SMG damage. I'm not quite maxed out because I wanted to test the build out first. But we've got hazard protection. You're going to need hazard protection everywhere because we have to get to well, I think it's 98% bleed resistant, so that when we reload the gun, you don't actually bleed. This build actually gets to 100, so no worries there. If you were short on a few percentage here and there, you still might be able to get there. Then with the knees, I went with buffing the crit damage. Thought I'm getting a lot of crit damage. Let's just throw some more in. So some crit hit damage there from the group or gear set, and then hazard protection and critical hit chance. You could go with whatever you wanted, really. Like there's a bunch of options. You could stick with your Fox's Prayers with the damage target out of cover for some more consistency. There's plenty of other options. Now backpack, I was thinking about going Memento if you were playing solo, but with the talent here, it increases the max stacks from Into the Light from 50 to 100. And stats gain from 10 to 20%, and stat consumption from 10 to 20 as well. That is a mouthful. And I just thought it just seems like I really want that. You know, I want the recovery, and I want the extra RPMs to be as much as they actually can be with the gear set. I might change that around. Might test it out. Unfortunately, this doesn't come with hazard perception, so then I'll probably have to throw a Jarl piece in instead of the Grupo. But then that's another build, and I digress. So there's some options there depending on what you want to do. I went with the most hard-hitting version, I guess, and that's most compatible with group play. So we'll look at the Grupos again. So critical hit damage, hazard protection, crit chance, and weapon damage. But saying what I've just said, that's good about Division nowadays. We've got multiple ways of running multiple things. So if you're running it different, by all means throw it in the comment down below. Let everyone have a look. Let me see. You never know, I might feature it live here on the channel. I've not done that for a while. It'd be nice to do that. So with the mask, you see with the Umbra Initiative gear set now, we get critical hit chance at 2-piece at 15%, helping us get close to that 60% cap. 3-piece, the reload speed at 30%, and this is insane. This is absolutely insane. With an SMG, my reload speed is tiny. Look, 1.6 seconds. It's absolutely tiny. It's just absolutely brilliant. I don't know if that shows in here, just to confirm. I'm sure it does somewhere. Yeah, oh, it tells you a bonus that we've got 40% total. But yeah, absolutely insane. So, you know, the speed of the gun, the RPMs, and then the reload speed, there's just no downtime with this build whatsoever. So let's read this mouthful of the 4-piece talent. From the shadows into the light. So while in cover, gain 10 stacks per second, up to 50. Each stack will give you 1% critical hit damage increase, so that's 50% flat critical hit damage increase, and 0.3% RPM. Buff does not apply while you're shooting from cover. While out of cover, agents lose 2 stacks per second at normal speed and 1 stack per second if sprinting. That's why you see when I always go into cover, I always sprint out of cover afterwards. And then we've got the second half to it. While out of cover, agents lose 2 stacks per second at normal speed and 1 stack per second if sprinting. While out of cover and in combat, gain 10 stacks per second and up to 50. Each stack will give you 0.8% armor regen when it's consumed. Stacks consume at 10 per second, but only in cover. You kind of go in cover and then pop out of cover to get the damage, and then you got go in cover to get the healing, basically. As you can see, I've got hazard protection and bleed resistance in this for my mods. Then we'll show you the holster before we get to the kicker. So obviously it's always the same on the bonus, weapon damage and hazard protection, so I need to optimize that. But then when we look at the chest piece, you can see at the bottom we get here, increase the max stacks from the shadows from 50 to 100 and stack gain from 10 to 20, which basically is going to give us an extra 100%, which is absolutely crazy. Critical hit damage, absolutely crazy. When you think about an extra 100% of that, and then we're getting 200% here, that's 300% just off the gear alone. Absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. But don't forget, that's at top end. That's always going to be going down and down and down and down and down. So don't take that as a constant. And then on the backpack, we talked about it just before. You can see here, increases the max stacks for Into the Light from 50 to 100. Stack gain from 10 to 20. And stack consumption from 10 to 20. Doubling it all up. Nice and bonny. And it just means when you go into cover, you get your health back really, really quickly. And I just think this is kind of, you know, we should be running this. Because we've got no other survivability at all either. And when it came into the harder content with the rogue agents, I really did need it. Now, referencing back to a Backfire build that I did previously, that build kind of hit for like, you know, 600, low 600Ks, right, on elite enemies. Now, this is with no buffs from the gear set altogether. And you can see there, just from firing up the Backfire stacks, you know, what do we get there? 340 at the top end then on one of the crits. 352, it's still going up. 360. 372. 380. Obviously, you're just running through the mission and playing here. 390. 400. 440. So it's still going up. Still killing the enemies that quickly in here. Maybe I should put it on and a bit better for testing purposes. Yeah, you can see on the side of the gun there. It's slowly bobbing up. Body shot's probably better rather than looking at damage. Let's get it right to the top. Really good, the Backfire. 200% there we go. An extra 200% there. 547 at the top. So we'll go into cover. As you can see, this damage is still the same, but you can now see the gear set bonuses starting to apply. And when I bob out of cover, look at that increase in RPM. You know, and there was nearly 700k crits in there then as well. It's absolutely crazy. And, you know, this lasts for a long time now. Look, you can see. This lasts for a long time. So as long as you're running and gunning and you're playing, like these stacks just you know, they don't degrade fast at all. You can, as long as you're running and gunning and you're playing through the mission. And that's why it probably works better in solo. Countdown would be really good as well, actually. There's a lot of constant action in that. Probably not so much in a raid scenario, but even now, you know, down towards at the buff running out, they're still hitting for 500k at that RPM. You know, absolutely crazy, and no hesitation. You know, nothing from the bleed. The bleed effect just does not kick in at all. So we'll look at the stats again. You can see we're at 57% crit chance. Crit damage is skewed at the moment because we've got the Backfire buff in there, but 276. I don't think it shows. Does it show this one? It's probably gone now. Does it show the buff from the gear set in there as well? Let's just see. 276. Looks like it's not reset. Okay, so it should be back down now. It's not. Alright, well, not working as intended, I guess. Not working as intended. All the way out. Take it out of here. Still 276. So it's saying that that's giving us 5%, which it is, but yeah, definitely not got 276 right now. That's at the top of the gun. We know before from when we look at it we had 76, but I'm assuming the gear set stacks don't show in there, and that's just the top end of the top end of the Backfire. If we do this, does it change them, or is it just always going to show the top end of the Backfire? Yeah, it's just showing the top end of the Backfire, and we can see that that's not true because look, the damage numbers are going up and up and up as we fire. So it's just a visual bug. But yeah, absolutely insane. I'll put the gameplay footage at the end. Like I said, I did struggle with the rogue agents a little bit at the end. Playing up close and personal against rogue agents is not easy, but it took care of them. It did the job. It's got to play wise. Let me know down below in the comments what you've been running. Have you been running the SMG? Do you think it's just worth going back to the Hunter's Initiative instead? Because the Hunter's gear set is really nice, really nice. But this pumps out a bit of extra damage. It really does. A little bit more risk reward, and you get a little bit of extra damage. Don't forget to hit subscribe, give this video a thumbs up, and hit that bell. And come over to Twitch and say hi. Thank you very much for watching, agents, and I'll see you all in the next one.
We need you to secure the memorial and remove the True Sons' forces. If they maintain this outpost, the True Sons will be a direct threat to the campus.
Got a visual on additional hostiles in the memorial compound. They're moving south. There's a gate between you. It looks closed from here.
Agent, you'll need to find a way to open that gate.
Who's that?
Okay, I'll sweep the area. Spread out. Target in sight! I have them!
Target has the shield!
Wide open here!
Rogue agent detected.
Who's them? Just... Back off! Crap! I've activated!
Rogue restore hive detected. Hostile restore hive detected. Rogue explosive trap detected.
Good! I wasn't done!
Hostile explosive trap detected. Rogue artillery turret detected. Hostile artillery turret detected. Serious trauma detected.
In my sight!
Store hive detected.
Come here. Damn it! Hold still.
Immediate medical assistance needed. Rogue agent eliminated.
All clear. I repeat, the compound is all clear.
No, that can't be all of them. Check the interior while I get Henry's people to maintain the perimeter.